Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Dean. I'm gonna cover Joseline's Cabaret season 4. It's in New York, so you know I just have to. I've watched all three previous seasons. I'm a pretty big fan of the show. So we're gonna discuss episode 1 today. And in true Jocelyn fashion, of course, she gives us the music video. I don't have much to say about the song. I think it's produced very well. Ballistic knows what he's doing when he produces Jocelyn's music. The only thing I don't like about the song is would be Jocelyn's delivery of the lyrics. She just sounds tired. Like her voice just sounds tired on this song. I think she did a good job of like capturing the essence of the Bronx. I think she recorded in the Bronx, which was nice to see. I also like the scenes with the fighters taking a break away from the strippers that we usually get in her videos. Now, episode 1 begins with Raven and Black Diamond from season 3, and I don't know. Nobody really liked them. Well, let me not say nobody. I didn't like them. I think the majority of people didn't like them. The only thing I do like about them is the friendship that they have. It's really, you could tell it's really solid. And they're two very beautiful women, but they've been acting more like Jocelyn's kids, you know? So Raven and Black Diamond are in the car driving over to the airport, just reminding us why we hated them in the first place. And they start talking about Raven's 4 felonies that she somehow managed to catch right before filming. So the story goes, she went to an ex's house and she was trying to retrieve her things for the show, and then it just went south. But I was kind of wondering, like, what kind of things would she be getting from her ex's house? I would assume clothes, but it just seems like there's more to that story. And then Jocelyn and Ballistic are at like their apartment in Miami. I just love how they put that clip of Jocelyn in there saying that she's not going to be the same Jocelyn as the season before because she always says that at the beginning of every season. And Jocelyn just keeps going in on these girls, always talking mess about them. I don't know. I'm confused. Does she like them? Does she not like them? It kind of, I feel like there's two sides to Jocelyn because on the one hand, she could be like really sweet, really nice to these girls, but then it's like as soon as they do something that like slightly pisses her off, she's just dragging them unnecessarily. And Ballistic's face is my face every time she starts talking about these girls. And then we get to Black Diamond's story, which she had hit a little girl by accident with her car, driving backwards. But I, the one line that really stuck out to me was that Jocelyn said that Black Diamond was gonna go to jail over the whole accident, which doesn't sound right to me because if it was an accident and Black Diamond did everything that she had to do, meaning taking care of the little girl, taking her to the hospital, contacting her parents, all that stuff, why would she go to jail unless she was either like driving drunk or without a license or she had something in the car, something, but we're not getting the full story here either again. And I love this moment where Jocelyn is telling them what we all were saying online about these two girls. Last season, they just could not fight. They were not fighting. They were punching the air. They were like falling when they were running up on people. Like it was ridiculous. They need to, fighting is not for them. What we're also getting this season is an appearance from Bonnie and Jocelyn's mom. I'm assuming that's Jocelyn's mom, which I like that family component to it. I feel like it's starting to like humanize her or humanize Jocelyn more and showing more of that like soft family side of her that I think the show could really benefit from. But it's like she's not really interacting with her daughter and her mom a lot. I just think it's weird. They're featured they're in the show with her, next to her, but it's not there's no like lengthy conversations between them back and forth like her and Ballistic. And she doesn't really introduce her mom and her daughter to us. Like even though she always talks about Bonnie, I feel like it would still be nice to have like a formal introduction So now Jocelyn is mad at Raven and Black Diamond because of what they shared with her on Instagram. A couple of the girls from the previous seasons was talking bad about Jocelyn, which these girls, they always get in more trouble from what they do on social media versus what they do on the show, which is just dumb in my opinion. So Melissa is FaceTiming them, and I hope we get to see more of Melissa this season. She just gave him the most polite firing I've ever seen. I like the way Melissa does her job, and you could tell like she's like a real ride or die for Jocelyn. That's really nice. I want to talk about this hat that Jocelyn was wearing. It looks like that character, if you know what I'm talking about. I like these vulnerable moments that we have with Jocelyn. In this scene, she's crying because she said this was her first show that she's ever done without any cocaine or pills or ecstasy, which I'm really proud of her. I think it's really important for Jocelyn, especially to kind of try to sober up as much as possible because it gets her in a lot of trouble. I don't know if you guys saw, I'm assuming you saw the aftermath of the Floyd Mayweather fight that went viral. Of course, I don't know if, all the drugs is the reason for her lashing out like that, but I'm only speculating that it is. And if she could like just tone it down just a little bit, I would love to see like a road to sobriety storyline from Jocelyn this season. This is another tender moment between Ballistic and Bonnie. You could like just the way that he's looking at her, you can see that he really loves her and she really loves him. So we need more of this. We need more of this on this show. So we're gonna go through the girls from the previous seasons. So Miss Wet Wet is from season 3 in Vegas. She was a fan favorite. I'm happy that she's back. She's not really a dancer, but she is funny and she could really fight and hold her own for a small woman. She can get like a little annoying sometimes, but I just want her to be herself anyways. Then we have Miss Natural from season 2 Atlanta. She is an amazing dancer. She's so beautiful. I'm glad she's back. I know that her and Jocelyn got into it on social media a little while back, so I wasn't expecting her to be back. I'm waiting for her to get her revenge back on Yummy because it's long overdue. Daisy is from season 1 in Miami. Season 1 was boring. I'm not gonna hold you. Season 1 was boring. And there was no dancing in season 1, and I don't think Daisy can dance. I don't know what she's gonna bring to this show because like running your mouth is the only attribute that you bring to the show. Like the other girls already do that, so I don't like why are you here? I don't know. Yummy is also back. This girl is crazy. Oh my God. But Yummy still has the best introduction in my opinion. I just love the confidence in which she speaks, even though like she's psychotic. Just like the confidence in her, like her narcissism, her confidence in herself. The way she talks is just so animated. I love it. Yummy is a good dancer. She might be my number one as a dancer. Miss Natural is probably number two. And I'm also here just so Jocelyn could make fun of her wigs because she always picks the worst wigs. I don't know where she goes wig shopping. Hopefully not Party City. And her teeth always just messes with my eyes. I thought her teeth were blue for a second, but then I realized those were just braces. But in season 2, she had like really bad yellow teeth too. So I just try not to look at her mouth if I don't have to. And finally, Lucky is also back. She was from season 1 and season 2. A fan favorite, of course. She's a great dancer. She's so beautiful. And I'm glad that her and Jocelyn can also get over what beef they had before. And I would give her number 3 on the dancer list as well. But just to go back on my point that I said about Jocelyn before, like all these girls previously had like some kind of like falling out or disagreement or whatever with Jocelyn. So I'm a little confused as to why they're back. I'm happy that they're back, but I'm just a little confused. Like it makes me start to think I don't think Jocelyn is like the crazy villain that she kind of gets portrayed to be sometimes. Because then why would these girls just come back? Even like despite like the way that Jocelyn is always talking about these girls, especially on camera. Like they still came back though. And I know it's probably like, they're just trying to get their bag and boost their brands. Again, I know some of the girls have like their own companies and businesses outside of the show, but if being on the show, the risks of being on the show outweighed the benefits, and you'd have to deal with Jocelyn, like, would you come back on the show? And who knows how much Zeus is paying these girls, but I don't think it's worth it. Like we're not gonna see Chanel come back, like Chanel was treated horribly in season 3. So I'd be surprised if, Chanel came back in a future season, but I don't think it's worth all of like the fighting and like the, I guess, verbal abuse that you're just gonna get on the show. It's not worth it. Obviously, Big Legs is not coming back because they just got into it. But one person I thought would have came back was Aqua, because I remember in the season 2 reunion, I know like Jocelyn was giving Aqua a lot of praise and said that she wanted her back for the next season. We didn't see her in season 3. So I would have thought that she would have been back for this season along with the other girls, but I guess that didn't happen. But of course, it's only fair that these girls just have to audition again, just like everybody else. I agree. I agree. These girls should have to audition again. They're still gonna make it on the show, obviously. So then Raven starts throwing a tantrum because Jocelyn is not letting her and Black Diamond audition, or at least dance at the audition. So I like this moment where Jocelyn is trying to calm Raven down, but somehow it just always escalates. But you can see like Jocelyn really tried to calm her down first. I'm still trying to figure out what they're talking about, because Jocelyn said Raven wasn't telling the truth about something, and I don't think they told us what Raven wasn't telling the truth about. And I forgot how tall Melissa is, bro. But Jocelyn is telling Melissa to get Raven to tell her whatever the truth that they're talking about is. In true Jocelyn fashion, she just ends up choking Raven to the floor. I don't know what she's telling her to tell the truth about, but it can't be the Instagram situation. But whatever it was, it made Jocelyn that mad to choke slam Raven to the floor. So in the previews for the next episode, we have Yummy and Miss Natural going back and forth in the car. Of course, Miss Natural's still mad about the time Yummy had like hit her with a shoe, while Miss Natural was on the floor looking down because she had just won, and she was, celebrating just on the floor looking down. And I would too. I would still be upset. You try to sneak me while I wasn't looking, and then somebody rips you two apart before you even get your chance to get your licks back. Like, no. And then Wet Wet also jumps in. I and starts calling Yummy a crackhead. I don't know if these girls met prior to filming, because they were on two completely different seasons. And in season 3, Wet Wet was the one getting jumped in the car for being annoying. So the tables have turned, and now she's turning on Yummy. But I don't know what their history is, because they just weren't on the same season. I don't know. Then we get this clip of Lucky leaving the club. I hope she's will be around for more than just the second episode. But this is what I was talking about. Like, you've been on the show before, you know how Jocelyn talks to you, yet you still come back. Like, the money you're getting is not worth like the humiliation or like just being talked down to. It's so I don't know. Like, it's crazy. Like, she just came and left. I hope she sticks around for the rest of the season. The next clip we get is the moment that we just all been waiting for. Miss Natural finally gets her hands on Yummy. Man, oh, they always leave us in a cliffhanger like this. This is crazy. Miss Natural, get your licks in so we can finally move past this and I can be happy. So there you go, guys. That was the first episode. See you again next week for episode 2. Thank you guys for watching, and let's keep the discussion going in the comments below. Bye.